Okay, so we know that ADHD diagnoses are on the rise, and there's a lot that you can do to be able to improve the quality of life when it comes to having this ADHD diagnosis, because most of the time people end up getting the diagnosis because anxiety has become so consuming and so overwhelming in their life that they reach out for support to go see a psychologist to help them cope with the mental health issues, and then we end up getting a diagnosis. So I've got a few herbs here, just a few, to briefly just to give you a bit of insight on how naturopathic medicine can support ADHD. So some of my beautiful calming plants that help to calm the nervous system down. And now with some of these plants as well, they'll actually support the digestive system, because quite often with ADHD there are gut issues. So the gut might not be functioning well because there's a very strong gut-brain connection. When we are stressed, there are certain stress hormones that are released into the gut as well. So one of these beautiful herbs is chamomile. So when it comes to chamomile, it is good for your brain, it is good for your gut, so that very calming effect. But you can even, instead of having coffee or having a black tea, switch it for chamomile. So chamomile is going to be much more soothing for your nervous system. So when we're feeling really anxious, we do not want to overstimulate the nervous system even more with caffeine. One of my other beautiful calming herbs is passion flower. Literally the flower off the passion fruit vine, which is absolutely, it's beautiful flower. If you've ever grown passion fruit, it's an absolute delight to see the flowers blossom and bloom. So another beautiful calming herb for the nervous system. This is another fave, which is very calming, but also known as an adaptogen. So an adaptogen helps your body to adapt to physical, mental, and emotional stresses. So withania, also known as ashwagandha, that's how it's marketed on the system. Its botanical name is Ashwagandha somnifera. Absolutely love withania. It is also great for when we're recovering from COVID as well. It helps to tonify the aging body. Like, there's so many benefits to withania. It's absolutely a beautiful herb. Now, one for that adrenal gland support. So when we are stressed, our adrenal glands can be pumping out cortisol all the time. And because we're so stressed, we can get into this fight or flight response. But what's supposed to happen is that we get this noradrenaline feedback to say, hey, you're safe, you can relax now. But in the modern world, with all of that instant gratification with technology and devices, we don't necessarily get that chance to relax. So for those who like the flavour, licorice. Now, licorice is not the same as the lolly. Most of the lollies actually don't even contain the plant licorice. So licorice is brilliant for helping to nourish your adrenal glands, which are attached to your kidneys. And for those who like licorice, that is an extra bonus having that into your herbal tonic as well. Now, another one which is really calming is lemon balm. You can have lemon balm as a tea as well. You can grow this in your garden. So a few of these you can grow in your garden. Now, with all herbs though, you cannot just grow them and extract them. Sometimes you do need to remove a toxic part from a plant before it is safe. But beautiful lemon balm is a beautiful option, and also can be beneficial for those who are struggling to wind down and drift off to sleep. So with these herbs as well, they often work in conjunction with each other. So individually they work beautifully, but when you combine them together, it's just a beautiful blend. Another one that I love for the cognition side of things is lion's mane. So I'm super excited to have lion's mane in my dispensary in liquid form. So if we're wanting to support just being able to just think about retaining information as well. So quite often when it comes to ADHD, we are off with the fairies. Something instantly distracts us and then we're not taking all this information. So it's helping to strengthen how your brain is actually functioning. Also good for your immune system, good for your cholesterol, plus a whole bunch of other things as well. Lion's mane is a mushroom that you can buy and you can cook it up as well. It's an absolutely beautiful little fluffy white mushroom. If you're a fan of mushrooms, honestly, highly recommend it. It's an absolute beautiful one. Sometimes you can get them in your regular supermarkets, other times you get them from your market stalls, like down at Redcliffe, for instance, if you're a local. The other one I really love is rosemary. So another common thing with ADHD is the body doesn't necessarily detoxify things correctly as well. So rosemary helps to improve the function of the first and second phases of the liver. Now, there's a few phases that the liver goes through to be able to detoxify the body. And this is just detoxifying the breakdown of cells, because your body is designed to make and maintain cells and break down those cells when they get old. But everything you eat, you drink, the chemicals you're exposed to within, the chemicals in your bedding, your sheets, when you walk into a building, the chemicals people are using, what you're putting on your skin, your body has to detoxify everything. So your liver needs support. And rosemary, again, is something that you can add to your food. easy to grow in your garden. The other beautiful benefit of rosemary as well, it has natural anti-cancer properties. So if you work with rosemary, so if you like to have, say, a nice charred steak, by adding rosemary to your charred steak, because the char part's the part that becomes a carcinogen, rosemary actually helps to balance that out as well. So there are so many different herbs we can work with for that ADHD support, and there's so many different nutrients as well. But this is a blend I'm going to mix up right now. I do attract a lot of people with ADHD, and I'm grateful to be able to help people to realize that there is nothing wrong with the diagnosis. All we need to do is help our body to feel safe. How do you find where you fit within this world? Because all of these people who are getting these neurodivergent diagnoses, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with you. This is your superpower. This is your body's way of letting you know, hey, I do not fit into this mold, and you need to find where you fit in this world. And sometimes for people, often with ADHD, they don't want to sit still for long periods of time. So even when it comes to a career choice, you might not want a desk job. That might be a situation where your body needs to get up and move around, because the body is not designed to sit down all day. So for me, having the option of being a naturopath, I get to move up and down, I get to make all my herbal tonics, I get to teach yoga, doing Reiki, I'm up on my feet, I get to move around. And it also provides that variety as well. Sometimes we can't just do the same mundane thing over and over and over. We need a little bit of spark and interest in, and finding what your passion is as well. Don't be a people pleaser and do what everyone else thinks you should be doing. Follow what your passions and your sparks are, because that's often going to lead you to your career path and what it is that you're supposed to be doing here, or it often leads you to your path of happiness as well. So if you do need any ADHD support, please reach out. Sending you all so much love on your journey. I'll pop the details down below, so if you are needing any support, or if you do have any questions, send me a private message or just comment below. But I'll pop the link down for Embrace Life so you can book an appointment if you're wanting some support. So have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Sending you so much love, and I'll talk again soon. Bye for now.